Hello and welcome back. So I had mentioned before in the last video that we're going to do something called an Ash run. And since we're getting a few of the remixes, we'll have to be a good time to run it. I have been wanting to do this for a while now. I just never really got around to it. So I figured why not now. So what exactly is an Ash run? This is something that I did try on my own before in just one game, which was Emerald. I didn't do the Battle Frontier, I never got to that point. But I was able to make it past the main game into beating the Elite Four. So it should theoretically be possible for most of the games. I do not know if that will be possible, but I guess I can find out as I go through each game and see what happens. So first and foremost, this is not a Nuzlocke. It is meant to kind of follow Ash's progress through the story as like we saw in the anime, as close as possible through the games. So a few rules are, only Pokemon that Ash catches on his journey are things we can use. That's just to emphasize the same situation Ash would be in if we were in his shoes. So we just can't go catch whatever Pokemon we want. Whatever he has is what we can use. If Ash releases a Pokemon, I can no longer use it. So as an example, I can use Butterfree up to a certain point. When he lets Butterfree go, have his relationship, his marriage, I forgot what gender his Butterfree was. But when his Butterfree gets married and he leaves Ash's team, that's when we can no longer use our Butterfree. That's kind of how that works. Level caps. Yes, level caps are needed. They are implemented. This is just like the regular game, so I have to manage my levels carefully while I'm playing the game, because or else I will overlevel. So this is meant to keep the game fair. Obviously, you can beat any game with any Pokemon. A Magikarp can beat any game you want if it's high level enough. Level caps are there to prevent overleveling. It's meant to focus more on how can I get past X situation with Ash's current setup. Then if your Pokemon goes over the level cap, as I mentioned, it cannot be used. There are special exceptions to this, and that'd be if it levels up during battle against a gym leader. Obviously, we can't control that. That's kind of just more strategy-ish part, so that's fine. Something else that happens is this also is twisted a bit for the Elite Four. Since we can't exactly start the game, the Elite Four scales as they keep going up from the first four to the champion, which means our level cap is around the middle section. And that's where we gotta save our candies so they can be used right before the champion to kind of increase our levels. We can only use Pokemon that Ash evolved. You can only evolve Pokemon that Ash evolved. As an example of this is Ash was able to use Butterfree against Brock because if he wanted to, because he technically evolved to Butterfree before Brock. This applies to us in the form of Charmander as an example. Charmander cannot become a Charizard in our playthrough until after Koga. So yes, that does increase the difficulty quite a bit because our Pokemon are not evolved, and the anime functions on different rule sets than the actual games, because we have stats, they have power, friendship. If I should say something else, we also cannot evolve Pokemon that Ash didn't evolve. Like I said, it's meant to capture kind of Ash's difficulty starter's journey, so we can't just evolve our Squirtle to a Wordle. It doesn't work that way. We can't evolve Bulbasaur to Ivysaur because Ash never did. When facing the gym leader, we can only use the same amount of Pokemon the gym leader has. So as an example, if some gym leader has 3 Pokemon, we can only use 3 Pokemon. This is meant to obviously this makes it more difficult, makes the strategy a bit more having to decide options, select team members, etc. No items in battle. By this I mean no potions, no revives, etc. Held items are fine, so berries, light ball, etc. Those are fine. TMs are okay. Yes, TMs are fine. We can give our Pokemon any move we want. The Pokemon do not have to have the exact same move that Ash's, because obviously that doesn't make much sense. Pokemon in the anime's moves are vastly different than the games. Psychic, for example, is the most broken move I've seen in my entire life in the anime. I did try to turn down the gain on the mic, so hopefully you don't hear the train anymore. I don't know if you still will or not, so we'll find that out later. But that's the only notes that I currently can't mitigate anymore, going on these future recordings. So beating in the game means beating the Elite Four, as that's where Ash finished his technical quote-unquote journey for that region. Except in Emerald, since Ash actually did Battle Frontier, and our version of Emerald is pretty close to the anime because we have Scott going in and out. So I figure that's something that we're going to try to encompass. Well, I'm going to try to encompass the Battle Frontier into that one as well to consider it beaten. And once again, it's got to reiterate, this is not a Nuzlocke. It's fine if Pokemon faints. It happens. So, after that, I could have sworn I labeled these properly and I just clicked the wrong one. Excuse my dumbness. So we're going to be going through 7 regions. That would be the Kanto region, the Johto region, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova. I forgot to click Hoenn. Hold up. Hoenn. Kalos, and Alola. So these are the 7 regions I'm going to be doing. Hopefully. We're going to, get past one, go to the next, hopefully. There might be exceptions to to allow the progression for certain things. So I'll explain this as I go through. So for Gen 1, we're going to be doing Fire Red. Originally, I wanted to do Yellow, and I was pretty dead set on that because we get the level 9 Pidgeotto in Viridian Forest, and that matches pretty well with Ash's thing. But when we get to Hoenn, we do have Battle Frontier. And Ash does use a lot of Pokemon that he has in his Gen 1 in the Hoenn region. In his Battle Frontier run. So it didn't make much sense for me to do Yellow and then have to replay Fire Red to then transfer Pokemon over to Hoenn to be able to use. It just felt like a lot of extra work for a Pidgeotto. So we will be catching a Pidgey, and then we'll be leveling it up until we boss Pidgeotto because we don't have Wild Pidgeotto access in Viridian Forest. But for this game, consider beaten will be clearing the Elite Four, and that'll probably be it. Now we have Johto. So originally, I wanted to do Crystal, but then I remember that Johto does have a Battle Frontier, and I love the Battle Frontier. Have I ever beaten it? No, but I like the Battle Frontier. So I figured I'd do Johto instead. This is still up in the air. I might just go back to Crystal last minute. But the reason for doing Heart Gold and not so Silver is because it has some exclusives that Ash uses well. And Ash saw Ho-Ho in the original Kanto. I don't know if it's Kanto or Kanto. Over the rainbow. So I figured that'd be a good thing to use for Heart Gold. So for this one to be complete, it will be beating the Elite Four twice. It'll be beating it for the Johto region and beating it after the rematches for the Kanto region. And then we'll also try to include Red in that just to make it feel complete. If it seems possible, I will try the Battle Frontier, but the Battle Frontier for Johto will not hold the progression to Hoenn. So we'll be immediately going to Hoenn and we'll be doing the Battle Frontier on the side as well and in random videos as we try to get past Johto. So Hoenn, Emerald. I 100% know it's possible to do the main game because I've done it. It was hard as... It was a nightmare. It was just an absolute nightmare. It was possible though. I had to keep doing the same battle over and over and over, trying to fish double critical of my Grobao Sleep Blade against my Melodic. That was the only way I was going to potentially win that battle. But it is possible. But I have not done the Battle Frontier. So for Hoenn to be considered complete, we do have to beat the main game and then beat the Battle Frontier. Then we have Platinum. So I do know we have the remix of BDSP. I chose not to do those simply for the main reason that there's no Battle Frontier in BDSP. And BDSP feels more like that. It's pretty much Diamond and Pearl. I really do like Distortion World and I like Giratina showing up. I think that's really cool. So I'm gonna do Platinum. Main reason is the Battle Frontier is there as well, so that feels more fun. And as mentioned, just like Johto, clearing the game means beating the Elite Four. If we can, we'll do the Battle Frontier on the side as we continue on this journey. Then we have Pokemon White. So I do know we have Pokemon Black, Black 2, White 2. I chose White after looking through everything since Ash met Zekrom at the beginning of his journey in Unova. Well, not really met him. He got shot by a Thunderbolt to Pikachu. But you know what I mean. This game felt the most closely related to the anime. in comparison to Ultra White and Ultra White and not Ultra White, Black, White, and Black 2. Black 2 and White. Black 2 and White 2. White felt more similar to the anime, so I went with this one. But this is still up in the air. If someone wants to say, Black and White 2 are closer, then maybe I'll change it. But I don't know if we're even getting to this point. I'm honestly thinking it'll be a miracle if we get past these 4. And then Kalos. So I chose Pokemon X. It didn't really matter which one I chose. Ash didn't really catch the legendaries or teamed up with them because it's a movie. So I just chose X because no reason now, honestly. I just chose X. But if someone thinks I should do Y instead, let me know. I can always change it. That one doesn't really feel stuck in any way, shape, or form. And then we have Pokemon Sun. So Ash technically had a Solgaleo, if you want to call it that. He had help from Solgaleo. So I chose Pokemon Sun. I do know we have Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Sun felt more closely related to the anime because Kukui is at the very end of the Elite Four. If someone does feel I should change this to Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun, there's plenty of time to come to that conclusion. But for now, these are the 7 games we're going to try and beat. I don't even know if I'm going to get past Kanto. Reason for that being is I don't get Charizard until after Koga. So I don't realistically know if it's even going to be possible. But with all said and done, with all that said, I'll find out as we play through the games. If anything needs to be changed or updated, I'll go ahead and mention that during the videos. But for right now, we're going to try with that specific rule set and see how far I can get in the progress of said journey. So, without further ado, thank you, and hopefully the next episode should be out either tomorrow. I'm recording this on Tuesday, so you'll probably see this on Wednesday. This Tuesday, right? Yeah, okay, I'm not a liar. So I'm recording this on Tuesday. Hopefully you'll see this video show up on Tuesday night, and then hopefully Wednesday you'll see the first episode. So yeah. So thank you for joining me today, and until next time, see ya. Hello and welcome back. This is the first episode of the Pokemon Ash Run. If you're looking at the screen and you see the layout, that came from a guy on YouTube called Epozbox, or Epozbox, not sure how to pronounce it. But it's this channel link will be in the description if anyone wants to check him out. He does provide, in that video he provided quite a few layouts for free that people can use. So yeah, feel free to check it out and see if there's any layouts if you guys want to use any. He has some for multiple different games, even DS games, if I remember correctly. This is the one he had for his Pokemon Yellow version that I'm using for the Ash Run. So as for right now, we're starting the Ash Run. Obviously my character's called Ash. And the rival's called Gary. I did not go to the grass. We do have a level cap. The first cap is 14 until after we beat Brock. And then underneath that, you should see a few Pokemon there. From like Pikachu, Caterpie, Pidgeotto. These are the Pokemon we have available throughout the run. Obviously, we don't have them all right now as they're not all unlocked. Currently, the only Pokemon that we have access to will probably be Pikachu, Caterpie, and Pidgeotto before Brock. And I think it's that same way until post-Misty. So Gary, let me think. Oh, that's right, I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Ash. There are 3 Pokemon here. Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now in my old age, I have only these 3 left. You can have one. Go on, choose. Hey, Gramps, no fair. What about me? Be patient, Gary. You can have one too. Oops. The heck? So I don't know what the heck happened there. Literally, that's not happened before since I got this controller. Okay. So we have no choice but to pick Charmander. Reason being is Gary in the anime has a Blastoise, which means his starter is Squirtle. So in order for him to have Squirtle, we gotta pick Charmander. Let me see what nature's Charmander is. Docile, good enough. I should probably soft reset for a modest one for flamethrower access. That's the issue, is in Gen 1, I'm still thinking if I want to soft reset the Charmander. No, that's probably the correct nature. The reason I say that is, in Gen 1, Special and physical moves are split by type, not by what the move does. So everything that evolves from an Eevee and Dragon is special, and everything that is, well, not that, is physical. So all Flying Staff or Charizard is physical. So my only special moves really are Flamethrower. So it might, maybe Docile's not that bad of a nature for this. I do have to be more careful with natures because my Pokemon selection, as you can see from the bottom, is not the best. So I do need to... The stronger Pokemon need to have good natures, or we're not getting through this run. So Charmander's not on the layout yet because I can't really use them until after Misty. So I need to get my starter, which is Pikachu. So that'll be the first one that goes on the list once I get it in the Viridian Forest. Peloton. Sure, Rattata. I will knock it out because I do need my Charmander to level up anyway. Fast, I am eventually going to add him to the party. This is why I finally wanted to do Pokemon Yellow instead of Fire Red. Was because I start with Pikachu. I said that, but it's probably going to be faster if I just skip the battle. Regardless, by the time I get to to Surge, I can probably just boost Charmander up with Switch training. The parcel. I do miss when I started off with the running shoes. That was a lot of fun. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. So, the beginning is a bit slow. Sorry about that. If I find a shiny Pokemon, I'll be so mad. Oh Ash, how is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you. You must be talented Pokemon trainer. What's that? You got something for me? I wish we could have kept the parcel. Ah, it's a custom Pokeball. I had it on order, thank you. Gramps. I almost forgot. What did you call me for? Oh, right. I have a request for you two. On the desk here is the invention, the Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Ash and Gary, take these with you. Honestly, I do wish the Pokedex sometimes would give you like an error. You can't get detailed data on Pokemon just by seeing them. You must catch them to obtain complete data. So here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon. That I mean, like if you were to catch a Pokemon and you were to look it up, it would give you like an error. It would say new species, obtain information. That way you could see like every Pokemon's new. And not on every like certain like rare Pokemon. That would show you like Professor Oak traveled the world but he didn't see everything. I don't know, just my 2 cents on that. I thought it'd be a cool little detail. So let's meet up with Gary's sister. So I'm pretty sure it's when I get the map, right? Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Gee, that's lazy of him. Here, this will help you. How healed am I? Now what I was trying to do. Heal. I have enough HP. I'll be fine. I don't really gotta be... I just don't want to lose my money yet, because I do need it for... Pokeballs. Again, I don't need that many Pokeballs in all honesty. I need literally like, what? 4, 8, 12? Not even 12, because I don't even need to catch Tauros. So 11. So I am going to catch Pidgey. Reason being is we do not have Pidgeotto yet, since it's not in Viridian Forest. But I do need to get a good Pidgey, because Pidgeotto might be one of our main contenders on the team. We literally only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decent Pokemon, and then a 6th spot's going to be like random for the Elite Four. So I might need to get a good Pidgeotto. Hasty. That's not bad. Hasty works. As long as it's not like timid. For Pikachu, we're gonna need Pikachu to be modest natured. I need all the firepower Pikachu can handle. Or not modest, I need it to be, I guess, timid. For the speed. So let me buy 10 balls. And let me buy 2 antidotes. Okay, let me go get my Pidgey. I can't see. Well, now I've had my coffee, and that's what I needed to get going. What's that red box you have? Oh, so you're working on your Pokédex. Let me give you a word of advice. Whenever you catch a Pokemon, the Pokédex automatically updates its data. If you don't know how to catch a Pokemon, I suppose I'd better show you then. I think we should check that you had a Pokemon already. What number's Pidgey? Pidgey's number 16. Oh, well, my script's not working now. Of course it's not working. And I do not know why. Oh, I know why. Hold on. Is that why? It was literally working yesterday when I tried this. And now it's not working. Is it because it's locked? Oh, I'm dumb. It's probably this is probably the reason. For now, let me continue up while I do this on the side. Clearly, I don't know what's going on with that's the Rhyhorn. Bro, I do not understand what happened. Everything was working fine yesterday. I tested this. Okay, does this fix it? There we go. Oh my god, my Pidgey's huge. I'll fix Pidgey later. So I literally went through and I tested this to make sure everything was going to work. Because I wanted to avoid this from happening. Can I fix Pidgey somehow? He's humongous. Oh well. So we're gonna catch Caterpie too, because he's part of the squad. And then we're gonna walk around in here until we find Pikachu. Okay, so let me check what number he is. Quiet. It won't matter. We won't be keeping Caterpie forever. And he's number 10. So I'm going to look in here until I find a Pikachu while I update my script again. And I should probably put my Pidgey first. I need Pidgey to level up. Right, I forgot Pidgey doesn't get any actual moves until later in the game. Come on, Pikachu. That is the funkiest Pikachu I've seen in my life. Pikachu, Pikachu. So you may see part of the video cut out. I may just cut it to when I find Pikachu if I can't find it soon. And isn't a Nuzlocke, doesn't matter if I cut anything out anyway. Pidgey mirrors his first tackle of the series. It's already looking bad. Another Pokeball. Another Weedle. This Pidgey is the most inaccurate Pidgey I've ever seen. Let's go heal. So we'll end this video once we get Pikachu. I believe it's like a 5% chance, so it might take a while. Hopefully it's not a bad one. Like, I really hope it's not a really bad nature Pikachu. I'll be happy if it's decent. Come on, Pikachu. If it could at least not be a Weedle, that'd be great. Please. Kakuna. Okay, so it's not Pikachu, but we're gonna fight this Kakuna and knock it out for EC experience. Charmander's just here to help us level up faster. Regardless, I gotta level up Charmander anyway. I just can't evolve it. Oh lord. I forgot I don't have Ember yet until level 7. And hopefully Pidgey can learn a flying move sometime soon. Come on, Pikachu. Caterpie. The only thing I'm really gonna fight is be the Metapod and Kakunas. Because I can't afford to level up too much anyway. There's a Caterpie. Please. Nope. That's a stronger character than mine, though. There's an item here. Metapod. Okay, for those of you that know Metapod, can someone tell me where its face and nose is? Because that thing always confused me in the show. I could never tell which one was its face and which one was its nose. That was not Ember. I'm assuming due to its stance that its face is the bottom part, not the pointy part. Okay, come on, Pikachu. You're the star of our journey, come on. Free experience, at least. Pidgey level 5. Pikachu, come on. Hello, Kakuna. What is the spawner to Kakunas in this place, in all honesty? Level 6 on Pidgey. Turn doesn't matter. Viridian Forest. Oh, so Kakunas have a 10% spawn rate. And I found 2. I found 3. Pikachus and Metapods have a 5% spawn rate. So that Metapod could have been a Pikachu. Good to know. Come on, Pikachu. No Pikachu. Come on, Pikachu. Pikachu. Oh my god. Come on, Pikachu. Another could have been Pikachu. That's 2 Pikachus that could have been. Yeah, finally! Pidgey, I swear, do not knock this out. Okay. Well, Pidgey, you're getting knocked out. Or maybe not. This is the lowest level we could have gotten to. From 3 to 5. me look at this Pikachu real quick. Gentle. What is gentle nature again? Please don't lower special attack. Please don't lower special attack. Increase special defense by lowering lower physical. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It could have been worse. So we're gonna go back and heal. I should probably update the script, and then we'll call the episode there. Unless by some miracle I see another Pikachu now. But I really don't want that to happen. Now that I wonder what these Kakunas and Metapods, I'm not seeing them. Since we're at the border of the forest, I might as well just try and knock something out for experience. That did nothing. So this is pretty much where I'm going to call it for this episode. I'm going to transfer over the light ball prior to next episode. That will teach you can actually do something for this run. Or else it's going to be also dead weight. And we have a lot of not very strong Pokemon. And I will level up a bit off screen, just to get everyone to a respectable level. I'm not going to over level them. I'm probably going to get them all to level 6, mainly so before Caterpie evolves, because I don't want it to evolve off screen, I want it to evolve on here. So yeah, let me save. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. Next episode will be out tomorrow. And I'm going to try to keep them a bit shorter, anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes or lower than that, but just not past 30 if I can avoid it. So thank you for joining me today, and until next time, see ya!